How's everyone doing today? Welcome to WooTube. I hope everyone has been having a very fun week, building some decks, playing some games. Shout out to everyone who played APAC. Amazing turnout for APAC, which is kind of unsurprising because it is being the first one. It's always the most exciting of the Continentals, or I think it is, because there's normally a meta shake-up. This is the biggest meta shake-up there's ever been this close to a big tournament, and no one knows what the hell is going on, and so the decks which come out of it are absolutely bonkers. And we're going to look at some of them today, and then as much as I desperately kind of want to just try and play some of them, I think we are probably going to build some Arisanna, but I also want to have a look at, or a relook almost, at a deck which came up a little while ago, as a way of potentially breaking the worst card in the set, in inverted commas. So this was the final standings at APAC. If you haven't watched the games, I didn't get to see the entire stream, but I caught quite a fair bit of it. Second. See if that's a bit better. Tanuki D's coming in solid with Flux Capacitor is a good card. I think it might be. I don't know if it's going to be in the build, but certainly not the first build today. But I was looking at it, and I think there's some pretty crazy stuff we can do for it. Shout out to Axu. Axu, shout out to a few. Well, I'm going to shout out a few people, but this is this was the final standings. Axu was top of the leaderboard when I first checked in after about 4 rounds or something, slamming away at the very top for a lot of it, and very respectable finish. I think Axu and Giat, both friends of the show, finishing directly next to each other. Here we go, 22 and 23. Really solid showing. Axu actually just put up a video today. He kind of went through some of his games and did some analysis. Really, really interesting. I managed to catch some of that sneakily while I was meant to be at work. Well, I was at work. I was just kind of listening in the background. But yeah, that was definitely great to see. And massive shout out to Jai, fellow member of the Drop Bears, who piloted Tau to second place, very close. And if you haven't watched anything, just go and watch the final. The first game of the final is long. I'm not going to lie, it's long, but it gets really tense, and it's really interesting to kind of look at the lines which are going on. But the second game is super intense, far quicker. I don't know how long it actually lasts, but it's a very watchable length, and it's one hell of an exciting game. The last few turns got pretty intense pretty quickly. Jai played a R+ deck, and he played this Tau list, which just looks super, super fun. 3 copies of Hermes in here. Shout out to Hermes. I think Hermes is very, very strong. And this just looked like an absolute ton of fun. Obviously, you're kind of looking to get your Leela-esque bounce off, move all the ice off R&D, and then do a massive conduit dig. Potentially sort of bouncing more ice as you go, and you steal more things. Really interested. Interestingly, there's no clot in here. Jai chose to spend his influence on breakers. I think the Necroda's probably a pretty decent shout. I'm less sure about the Carmen, but I'll talk to Jai about that. And indeed, I have this. I had it already lined up to shout out Axie, but but indeed, tomorrow, depending on what day it is for you now, this is in 17 hours time. So BST, this is like this is tomorrow, the 8th of August at 2:30 British summertime. Convert that however you will. Jai's going to be on with Axu on his YouTube stream. So I think that'll be really, really interesting. They're going to sort of analyze the games, Jai's games from the Top Cut. I think that should be pretty sweet to watch. I'm certainly looking forward to that. Maybe doing some sneaky watching from work or catching it when I get home. But yeah, go and subscribe to Axu. I think it's just Axu on YouTube. You can find him. You'll find this lovable little it's not Mug, it's what Mudkip evolves into, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe my Pokemon knowledge has let me down. Augustus Caesar, hey, how you doing? Very good to see you. I wanted to just quickly look at a couple of the other. Oh, a few more shout outs. Sorry. So Jai did excellently. Great to see Seb K coming in second in Swiss with an Arisanna deck. Always great. We'll look at that deck in a second. Cody doing excellently. Friend of the show coming in number 15. Very, very good. Great showing from him. We've got Axel and Giat right next to each other. And then Quagsire. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, it is a Quagsire. Yeah, my brain. You know what happens when I'm on stream? My brain just disappears sometimes. Augustus Caesar here, 31st, very, very respectable. And right above him, now either there are two Hideo Yoshis, or this is the Hideo Yoshi who's been coming to some of my startup tournaments in Bristol. He lives in Trowbridge, I think, somewhere just outside. If this is the same Hideo Yoshi, he's been playing for like 6 months, startup only. So, holy hell. Now, there's a chance that there is another Hideo Yoshi out there, but my word, that is one hell of a coincidence, if so. Hideo Yoshi, if this is you, congratulations. If it's a different Hideo Yoshi, congratulations too. But, you know, incredible stuff. Vale sneaking in here, 38th, fellow drop bear. And big shout out to Brad, ended up 48th, but when I joined the stream, because it started very early in the morning, so I joined about round 3, and Brad was like in the top 8. He was smashing it. I think he had like 2 or 3 sweeps in his first 3 games. So massive shout out to Brad for doing well. But Jai, yeah, we looked at Jai's deck. This is Seb's deck, which is super interesting. I love this. It's got free Gachapon in it, so I'm like already there. I'm already invested. It's not got a Sure Gamble in it, which is like, I'm there because that's fun. It's always fun. And I agree with it. This like feels much more like the setups for the Salt of Old as decks, where you just wanted to run, and so Sure Gamble became like kind of, it was an okay card, but it felt like a really bad card once you were kind of set up, because it's like, well, I'm better off getting value from running, and that's what this deck is trying to do. Gachapon being able to fight, like you're always going to hit with Gachapon. Look at this. This is 2 virtuals and 16 programs. You're always going to be able to fire that. It's going to draw you a card with Lily Pad on the off turn most of the times as well. Like super fun. Somehow only 3 decks in the Top Cut were on hedge funds. Wow, that is wild. I mean, I guess like a fair bit of asset spam, like the asset spam R plus, like Jai's deck certainly wouldn't have been on hedge funds, I assume. Especially because it was a Bladder Ward deck, so that's like the last thing you want. Absolutely nuts. Hedge funds. It's not the card maybe we don't start with free hedge funds anymore, which I think is great. But yeah, this looks hella fun. And I'd highly suggest maybe having a little play around with this. I think it's very, very aggressive. It looks like a good time. Jan Tuno pulled into first place in Swiss with this deck, which again is on Hermes, and I think anyone going into like UK, not the UK one, but the Europe and Africa nationals, I think be prepared for Hermes, because I think it is a maybe. I don't think anyone's been down on it. I don't think anyone was like, well, this isn't going to be good. But I think it might be more powerful than some people are thinking. And people are already thinking it's pretty damn good. So that's pretty nuts. We've seen it splashed in Hashiko, splashed in Tau. And I mean, it's extra good in Tau. But it's also, like, if you, I think, Axu, you were also on Hermes, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, in 419, which is like pretty great. It's certainly the boring version of the runner which I'm looking at. Not your deck, but I've built a 419 which I was considering taking to APAC, to Euro and Africa's, and I'll feel bad about myself if I do that, because it's very good stuff. No Stargate. Yeah, I think MU is just going to be too tight here when you're already, because you don't really want to trash your Amakua, I think. So, like, how are you gonna? And you can't sort of install over your breakers anymore. So once these breakers are out, that's kind of it. Like, and maybe you don't need the breakers, and Amakua Leech gets you like most of the way there. You install a Buzzsaw to deal with virtual service agents, and you install a Num if you're against like the outfit, or maybe Jinteki with money type decks. Augusta Caesar was the one sucker that didn't bring Hermes to APAC. Augusta, I don't know if I've seen your decks yet. Are they on Netrun DB? And I'll quickly pull them up if so. I also saw this deck, which was Koga's deck, Circle of Ants. And this is hilarious. This card, Stegodon, MK4. That can't be that bad, Augustus. You did pretty well. I mean, maybe just piloted them well. Anyway, Stegodon MK4. I was kind of, it seems all right. It seems okay. It's certainly very interesting, but it'll be really interesting. Like I couldn't work out the deck to put it in. Andre and Ysengrin were like kind of like down, or just sort of like, this is a slots mate card, and like fairly obvious. Koga has found a way to absolutely break this by scoring one, potentially two of these, and two of them means that they stack and you can do things twice, sticking 3 former carries in their deck, and then playing the former carry Managarm Skunkworks combo, but being able to reset it. Oh, that's disgusting. And it boosts the strength as well. So like, you're really taxing them out here. Not by like them just having to break a former carry, although even just boosting a former carry so they have to like boost a Carmen to break it or something is like something. But this is like boosts all your ice, because it brings the icebreakers down. So this is like actually quite strong in terms of that. It can really screw up Turtle. And then look at the combos here. Look at the everything synergizes. So once you've got this scored, what do you want to derez? Former carries, yes. Magnets, yes. Gatekeepers, yes. Because a gatekeeper, you can re-res that at 6 strength, and suddenly their Buzzsaw is -1. Hagen's no, but ablative barrier. This one, I was very wrong about. So this card, I really glossed over last week. I just kind of brushed past it, and that is because I'm not very good at reading cards. But But interestingly, it wasn't only me. So I thought this was like so. You can install a card, that's fine. Andre, when he went over this card for the first time, said pretty much the same thing. And it was only when someone on stream went, it can install from archives, that he had to go back. And I didn't realize that it installed from archives. And all of a sudden, I'm like, this card is busto. Like, absolutely nuts. You need to be like prepared to see this in decks of every faction, because I think this is a very, very potentially broken card. And yeah, like I just read it, and my eyes just glossed over the fact that it said or archives, because I think I just assumed that it wouldn't say that, because that would be too good. It's very, very good, especially if you can de-res it and reuse it, and it's threat free, which I think is very sensible. It has a threat level, but yeah, this is pretty nutty. I have a fun Corp deck which is potentially strong, but I'm keeping kind of on the down low for now, so I'm not going to bring it up on stream, just in case. Like, I'm currently tossing up between 3 decks for playing it at Continentals, and so I'm not going to play any Corps because they're all kind of fun, but I don't want to give anything away yet, but I have a really interesting sports deck to play on stream. Either after I've decided not to play it at Continentals, or I play it at Continentals. Asa does love this card, 100%. Asa loves this. Atea loves this. But just kind of anyone loves this. Ob loves this. Like, they can even kind of pull this from the deck at instant speed by trashing a free cost. Like, yeah, like obviously they've got to be making a run on the server, but you can do things like that. You can use like Zeta grids and things like that. Yeah, this looks nuts, absolutely nuts. Anyway, I think that's all the decks I immediately wanted to look at. So let's close a few of these windows, and then we will build some decks ourselves. So, firstly, this card, Debbie Downer Moira, I said was the worst card in the set. I still pretty much agree with that, but typically I then want to build with the worst cards in the set. Like, it's a really bad compulsion of mine. I just want to play the bad cards and make them good. And here we have a way of playing this card and making it good. You might remember this from we talked about this deck on stream a little while back. Someone played a version of it into me, and then I brought it up on stream. It plays Ghost Tongue, your Ken, and then it plays Marathon, and that means your Marathons are free, which is pretty sick. And you can make kind of, if they go wide, you can make not quite unlimited runs, but you can make a whole lot of runs, and you can sort of charge up your bankrolls, you can charge up your penny shaver, you can put down Aeneas informants, and all of a sudden you're making like 5-6 credits per run. This says whenever. Any card which says whenever should be considered in case you can break it. We can play we can get potentially like 7 to 8, like if they go really wide, and we can marathon, and we just check the spin doctors first so we don't lose our marathons, but I have got 2 of them in this version and a buffer drive. We can potentially charge Debbie with like 7 credits a turn, and then we can obviously click her for another 7 credits. Bam. That's like kind of nuts. I kind of want to play this, but I am also at 50 cards at the moment. I need to cut some cards. Um, Potentially the break. I think the breaker suite is maybe right. We can maybe cut the Amina. We probably have to cut the Amina. We probably can't afford it. And then it's just trying to find enough card draw in here. Like is the big problem. And so I've gone like Earthrise and Class Act, and hope that's enough. But yeah, this could make this card playable. This could actually make it an engine. Don't ask me what it does against. Oh yeah, I wish Debbie credits were real credits. It would be. I think then it might be breakable. I wish I had one more influence to get Hannah wheels in here. It really wants a wheels, and maybe it's like you play one less marathon and you play a wheels, and then you've got free spare influence to spend on good cards. But got kind of everything else that we want anyway in here. It would probably just be draw or buy. Well, I would probably play buyer bands, I guess. I don't know what you do against Glacier here, so let's not worry about that too much. Right. So Arisanna. I've been playing some Arisanna. This is what I'm considering today. Now, at the moment, I am short one card. No, I'm over one card, and I'm short 3 influence, and I've realised that I haven't actually got a win con yet. So we either need to put a conduit in here, or we spend the 3 influence on Wake Implant or something along those lines. So things with Arisanna, from playing it, or playing as her a fair bit, I have noticed. 1, Urban Art is great, but you need something to spend your credits on, because all of the stuff that Arisanna wants to install is like cheap or free, right? So to really make the most of this, we need like good kind of thing, like stuff that actually makes sense to spend money on. 2, you want to spend all of your time running, or at least once a turn running. So what do? We put in red teams. I kind of think this could work. This feels like we can put on a fair bit of pressure on centrals as well. These are technically better than Dirty Laundries in our deck, because we are hopefully installing them for free or for like cheap with Urban Arts, and we're gonna hopefully get like multiple Urban Arts out. I think we can install multiple red teams. Yeah, they're not whatever, so we could like install 3 red teams and run archives like 3 times and make money. Twinning J Merry is a decent shout, actually. That might be better than Wake. Although we've only got Urban Art to charge it. But maybe we put in, I guess we could put in like a flux capacitor. So anyway, red teams I think is fun. Now, Arisanna has a massive issue with decks that go wide. So again, I'm just looking for things which money that we get from installing stuff. And Miss Bones is about as much money as we can get on a card that we install. It's true. That's true, Seabass. Sorry. Yes, it does have to be the first, because we'd have already run it that server that turn. Okay, good to consider. But I think it's still fine. So I think Miss Bones is a potential really good shout. Like we need a way of dealing with asset spam. I have considered putting Marathon in here, but I think that's incorrect. Then memory. So everyone's having trouble with MU in Arisanna, and you can kind of tell why. We've got a billion programs. We always want to have one installed. I think Lilypad is really good. I'm currently down on 2. I've got a fair bit of other draw, so I think that's fine. But then I've kind of feeling that with Urban Art, The DZMZs are almost counterintuitive to it. And some of our stuff, like the first thing we're installing, is often free or cheap. So I don't actually think DZMZ is correct. Like, apart from the fact that we're going to be using egrets a lot in this particular version. So I've gone with Cyberdelia because it's kind of money over time, and we're going to be quite good at breaking at least one bit of ice, I hope. So my first tries with Arisanna were playing a lot of Slap Vandals, which I think is fun, but I've found them not to be as good as I want them to be. So what I want to try is playing with Umbrella, which I haven't really given a try yet, but Strength 5, break 3 code gates for 2 credits feels very, very good. Obviously, it's pretty specific to having a Trojan on it, but we're going to kind of play 3 egrets, and we're going to do a kind of egret Umbrella thing going on. Now, because of that, like, that's where maybe we do play DZMZs if we think that it's going to be better. Even with Miss Bones, I find it impossible to keep up with the asset spams deck at the moment. Yeah, I think that is still very, very hard. And maybe what's better to play than Miss Bones is some tag tech, because that is how the asset spam decks are gonna like get to us. But I think we are gonna play a twinning. I do like twinning. I just wish we had one more way of charging it up, which we kind of don't. I'm a bit light on the old barrier breakers with just one propeller, but I'm gonna just hope that's okay. And we'll see what happens. We can always like egret, like, essentially the plan is to egret Umbrella through like everything. Yeah, that's where we're going. We've got Ekas and Q-bands so that we can install stuff and do stuff with Urban Art, and that's it. So do we just put in a twinning and play 47 cards? Probably. I think it is. Umbrella is very sad into Valentau. Yeah, I had considered it, so that's why I'm on one Slap Vandal, because Valentau is a problem. As are some other things, and we're going to work out if we need, like, I don't know, a monkey wrench, or we need a leech. Like, actually, a leech might be really good, but then we have to drop to 1 Hush, and I really like Hush. Because we could play leech. We're running centrals anyway. Is leech good? Leech is also good with propeller. Okay, maybe we play leech. Sure, gamble. I'm not going to play it. Creative Commission is our sure gambles, and I kind of prefer it because often we want to, like, there's turns where you want to like install a lily pad, and I always find myself clicking back up to sure gamble. Also, Thanos. This is taking some inspiration from Seb's deck, which I had up here a minute ago, which got second in Swiss. This is his Arisanna with 0 gambles. Pachow. Just 1 propeller. I mean, I'm already at 46, Aksu. Like, and I'm going to be at 47 when I add a twinning or we add a leech. Do we add the leech? Do we be safe? No huge barriers. No, apart from Pharos, but we can hush that. But do we play a twinning? Feels a bit. I don't know if we're going to get enough charges with it. Like, then I want to play a. The problem is actually, like, all of the good ice, all the good barriers right now are 1 strength, and propeller is 0 strength, which is why I'm kind of thinking like maybe leech is correct. Okay, do we maybe play wake instead of twinning? I think I'm gonna play wake. Uh, I just don't. I kind of feel like I'm probably not going to have enough MU for whatchamacallit, for conduit. Okay, this is a deck. We just go with that, play at 47 cards, see what happens, or we cut down to one. Cyberdelia is probably correct, or we play one DZMZ instead. Again, I think DZMZ goes against it somehow. Let's. I mean, otherwise we cut down to one umbrella, but I'd quite like to potentially be able to install an umbrella. Like just install an umbrella rather than having to SMC it out. Let's try one umbrella. And then that's 46 cards. That'll be fine, right? You only need one hush. You can bounce it every turn if needed. That is true. Thoughts on one Miss Bones, one Parisia? Not a bad shout, actually. I'm a bit worried about MU. I'm already quite worried about MU, though. I mean, lily pad value with Parisia, 100%. We might also, so we maybe try and build a couple of different versions. And I think one version today, we might try and build an Aesops. Because everyone immediately thought of Aesops and then immediately wrote it off because Urban Art came out. So what's this? Red Team Rocha. But there is a chance that maybe we do just play. Oh no, I better put up it like this. New standard. Is it like legal standard now? I can't actually remember. I guess it must be, right? So I don't need to put that. Everyone's just playing proper stuff. Oh, I need to scroll. When's the Paul's Cafe deck? Yeah, it could also be tonight. I have an idea for a Tau Paul's Cafe deck. We've got Shu straight away. They're gonna come in and smash us. Oh dear, restoring humanity. That's probably great. Fine. At least they're gonna be playing ice. Do we keep this? We can go Nuka. We can maybe run. Shu says hi, everyone. We've got an Egret in hand, which is decent. I think we probably keep this. It's like, I guess we probably want an Urban Art. Okay, fine. We'll do this. We'll do this. We don't have to run archives. We've got an Urban Art. Is it better to play the Urban Art and stick a Q-bound somewhere? Yes. Let's try and make them waste their ice. Time to get punitive. Yeah, we're gonna red team into archives and get hit with a punitive, aren't we? No, we're gonna get neuro spiked. Oh. Oh dear. Okay. Still nothing in archives. Are we gonna run one of these? Probably. What do we think, gang? Let's draw once. I don't want to draw with this one. How bad is this going to be? Let's install this. Let's run this one. We'll Arisanna now. I think I did that in time. Fine. It was an NGO, not a problem. We have just enough money to do this, and we could. Yeah, we can die to Neurospike here. We can die to Genospike. Zombie, close eyes and run, I think is a pretty excellent idea. Just run into an override for a fast and merciful death. All good ideas. All good ideas, folks. Right, we'll pull this back. We've got an engine going on here, so this feels like decent. Are we gonna run one of these? Are we gonna run this second one? Shu knows that we're running stuff now. I want to find at least I want to find like, let's see what we draw, and then we'll go from there. Okay, we've so far got like decent. We're getting good urban art value so far. We've so far installed 2 daily casts for 1 credit each. That feels good. This is bad. Should have installed at least the Nuka. That's a shame. Okay. Are we gonna run HQ here? Let's draw. A teeny's 5 strength, right? Yeah. Let's draw. I think Miss Bones is not going to be great here. So I think we'll just install one of these. We'll install our Cuban. Still don't need to run anywhere, so like we're not getting much value out of this. Love to draw a red team. I'd like to get some more value out of running HQ. 2 credit magnum opus, absolutely busted. Yeah. Oh, right. There we go. We've got rid of 1 bit of ice. That's fine. We can keep doing that, and we'll be right. Do we want to pull it back with Cuban? We could pull this back now. I think we might do, you know. I'm going to be spiteful. Okay, let's find a red team. That's fine. We'll find. Okay, now. Oh, now I have to run archives. So, yeah, Cuban 0 credit ice destruction out of Shaper feels great. Right, I'm gonna run here, and then I can draw 1 card. I'm gonna lose all my egrets, and we're gonna lose the game because of that. But I think that's okay. Will Arisanna Cuban? I guess we probably should Arisanna the egret. But there we go. Fine. We see Vampirinessa. Really bad against us, so that's great. And we draw. Slap Vandal. That's good. What's your current click gain record with? Oh, mine. I've not been great with it, but MBK, my good chum from New Zealand, fellow drop bear, I think managed a pretty ridiculous. I know he did a dig for like about 7 clicks with a conduit, and then had clicks left to play a Kushuk, so it shuffled and then went back. So I think like 9, something ridiculous. It's very ridiculous. Okay, we got good money. That's something. We can run archives for our trigger, which is good. I think we'll draw once. Okay, we've got all of the egrets, which is great until we lose them. We'll check archives. Oh, it's only resed, isn't it? It's only resed. Okay, so this is a problem with egret, and it's something that I always forget. Is this one? Okay, I can install this. An enemy expected, and maybe we play the wake. Yeah, Egret is only res dice, and it's what I always forget about the sodding card, and it's why I think, oh, it's going to be great, and then I get really stuck. At least it's like quite good with Arisanna because of that. Do I just credit here? Or do I put down the wake? Potentially dying. No, I think this is a trap. Yeah, sure. Okay, we lost one egret and we can draw once. Should have drawn first. I thought I had. I forgot that this was clickless. Okay. At least we're getting like good value from running archives each turn here, so that's nice. Urban Art, we'll pull this back. Thank you. Right, let's find a red team. We've got 3 of them in our deck. That is not one of them. That is not one of them. We'll do that. Here it comes. Okay, how do we not die from bacterial? From punitive. If we had a lily pad, we could not die. Potentially. Yeah, if we had a lily pad. We don't have a lily pad. So. Yep. Would kill for a lily pad right now. Do we just run and try and win? I suspect you are correct. So we can credit, and then they just need to credit, or play any. Oh, and they're gonna, yeah, like yeah. Where do we run? R&D? We definitely get into R&D. Short of a border control. Like, there is always a chance that she doesn't have it. I don't believe that she doesn't have it. She only needs 1. Yeah, no res is expected. Let's go. Let's steal. It's a pivot. I think we trash it anyway, just because this, like, just in case. I mean, if I let her draw a pivot, then I definitely die. Oh my word, digital life as well. Sick. GG. Did you have a second? Fine. Lilypad won't save me here. Who throws up sticks? But well, the uh, pretty sure you could with a digital life in hand for sure. Oh well, maybe not. Yeah, that would have been interesting. So Lilypad could have saved us here because we can install on their turn, drawing up to 6. Um, um, Axu asks who throws out 6 points and does not have it. I think sometimes you just, I guess you get to draw first, don't you? So yeah, she's got it at that point. I missed how she got 11 cards in hand. I stole a bacterial, so she draws all the cards, just drops a single Fuji in the bin, meaning I steal 6 points, and then my digital life. This is where this card is really good. How much money did she make off your digital life? Let's see. Gain 11, 9 credits. That's a sick use of it. Love it. Love it. Right. Let's try and find a red team this time. Like we must have been at least halfway through our deck. I didn't count, but I'm sure we'd drawn at least 20 cards by that point. Sound works, jumping in here. Very good. I saw you Sangren make a similar amount in Eternal. Yeah, I think in Eternal, you can play it in. This feels like a bad start. What can you play? You can play it in the SSO. Wild. No idea what they're doing. Did SSO get anything funky? I don't think so. Intrigued though, for sure. Right, let's do this. We found no Trojans, so we'll run this because HHN isn't a thing. Tree line is a thing. The new agenda. Does it help SSO? I don't know. Kind of almost. No, I will play the cost. Slash and burn. Yeah, but how does that help? Is it face up in archives? Oh my word! Is it face up in archives? When your turn ends, you may choose a piece of ice with no advancement tokens on it. If you do, place 1 advancement token on that piece of ice for each agenda point on all installed face up agendas. No, so it doesn't work. It's not installed. Yeah, Wake is going to be tricky here. Twinning might be better. It also allows us like HQ pressure, which is nice. And we can just like charge up a big twinning without doing anything. Okay, this is decent. I think we just go like this, no paperclip. Yeah, I mean just barriers better. Oh, so Pharos is what you're saying. We can't deal with Pharos. Like we can hush it is the only thing we can do to Pharos. Paperclip doesn't get through it. Pharos is a thing that you can do. Pivot. They've got pivot. Okay, I'm now like intrigued. So pivot says that you can find an agenda, which you had to use DRM for before. Treeline quickly gets to 7 strength, which is pretty sick. And you could then treeline another treeline onto it to get it to like 10 strength. Pharos is 10 strength immediately. Okay, so SSO didn't get any more agendas, but they did get some fun things. New meat damage upgrade. Yeah, meat damage face up agenda. Like if this is an Angelique or whatever, then we can like never run a city works, and they could just have more in hand. I heard a ruling from NSG that you can hush former carry even face down and it won't trigger on approach. Yeah, I assumed that was the case. Like if you put a hush on a former carry, then they can't do the former carry thing because it can't gain the stuff. Okay, this is like a fairly simple one of these. Put one of these on HQ. We'll draw a card, and hand's getting a little clunky. Would love a red team. I think I just gain a credit here. Maybe we put down a Simmel chip. I think we put down a Simmel chip. We're like not in a good space to run anyway. Yukon 41 has been an absolute journey watching Boo figure out what is happening. Yeah. I've got to predict. I've got to get like if they're on something which is clearly jank, I've got to work out what the hell this jank is. They might also be on Neurospike, and I'm here for it. I'm here for this deck because whatever is going on here is like nuts, and I like it. Okay, so they're just going to let this cook. This is not going anywhere, and then we're going to get Neurospike, like double Neurospiked with a pivot, which is okay because we can lily pad on their turn as long as we always keep like an SMC. So that's fun. Right, let's draw. We'll put down a leech, drawing a card. If this is a Pharos, then we can't get through it with a Slap Vandal. I don't think we can get through anything with our Propeller ever, so that's fun. I think we probably just run. I guess like Leech might be Leech is going to be our only way of getting through anything. I could have Arisanna's there, but it didn't feel necessary or right, and we'd just gain a credit here. Armed asset. So maybe they are on slash and burn, you know. I don't think there's any reason to play this unless you're on slash and burn or like other way of Colossus. No, I've got Eka for Colossus, and this boosts pretty well. It deals with Colossus reasonably. Certainly not the worst. Yes, we have a red team. We do not have credits to install it with, but I mean we're just going to install it like this, and then we'll run archives. We're getting leech value here. We can Arisanna a Slap Vandal. We'll put it on here because they're not going to trash this ice. We'll draw a card. We'll breach server. We'll do a leech. We'll do a red team, and then I think we just have to gain a credit. Feels pretty bad, but we're going to do it. We definitely need our urban art like yesterday. We are still safe from Neurospike, so that's good. Egret Eka is our Pharos answer. Yeah, I think so. Or 5 leech counters. I mean, they might just score out. They could just score these out. Which is problematic. Do we get our umbrella now? Hold up. Wait. Yes. Right, what do we pull is the big question. I think we pull our umbrella. We're about to lose all of our egrets. We need our umbrella to get through like stuff. I think we just lost our propeller. It's a problem. Do we pull our hush? No. First one is fine. I'll just install now to avoid double. Okay, so firstly, I worked it out. Haha! I got there. We've got an Eka. I think we have to get the umbrella because I think if we don't have this, This is also like a draw. Oh, don't lose our hush. Please don't neurospike our hush. Please don't neurospike our hush. Like, I think neurospiking here is bad for them. It puts them on like 0 credits and we run HQ like 3 times. So I assume they don't do that. Okay. They now can't. Yeah, we have to find the CityWorks products. We also have to be careful of punitive because I feel like if you're on this, you're probably on punitive. So let's. I don't want to put the hush here as well. In case, like, if I put the hush here, they can't res. They could res a. No, they can't res a Colossus. So I don't think I'm scared of anything here. So I'm not gonna hush it because like then they'll just trash this ice, and we can't bring stuff back yet. Oh, and I've got leech here. I've got leech, so it's fine. Am I gonna die to anything in hand? Don't know. Find out. They could res an Arquette. That's fine. We can deal with an Arquette. So we just go. Boom. Boom. We'll draw a card. We'll. Oh, not that. What do I have to use? I have to use this. Encounter. We'll pay 2 to break up to 3. Unfortunately, we can only break 1, so we'll break the end run. Oh. Apparently, I spent a click to install the egret. Do you mind if I take that back? We'll draw a card, yes. We'll let that fire. We'll continue to movement. They draw as well, worth noting. But we gain like 5 credits from this run. If they trash this ice, that's a shame. Not sure what we do if they trash the ice, because we'll then be on like 1 egret left. Might have to like bring it back and get another leech. We do see a Colossus. Good to know. Can we run here? 3 credits. Sapper's not in the game anymore. Oh, I think we can run R&D. I kind of want to find stuff though. I want to find an urban art. Didn't find an urban art. We'll just put this down so next turn we can like pump up. I think I gave myself back a clip. How many urbans lost? No urbans lost yet, but just haven't found any, and they're like quite a big part of our package here. I would assume that I draw 1 off this. We are like halfway through our deck, nearly. This leech in this particular matchup is actually huge. Okay, they've put another counter here. Egret is no Jerry Merry. Egret has been. Egret is a Trojan. It was made a Trojan. What do you call it? I don't think this says. Look, Cuban doesn't say Trojan either. So these are like the old arts, but they've all been made Trojans. How have you been? Hey Jeff, how you doing? Well, this is our second game with it, and our first game, we drew 0 of them. In theory, it's excellent. What I was looking for is something where I can spend all of my urban art bucks on making money, which also capacitates the runs. Don't think capacitates the word there. Okay, problematic. Although we do like Bad Pub. Bad Pub is good for us. Yeah. So I feel like as we're on urban arts, Red Team is for instance better than Dirty Laundry here in theory. It's all very theoretical. Theoretical. Let's draw some cards and find. It's not really what we want to find. Is this all subroutines? Yeah, so that's not great. We could run R&D. Force a res. Hopefully force a res. Let's run R&D. Are we gonna? No, we can break anything for 2 credits plus 2 credits. Yeah, we can break anything. He says. Oh, and I've got a bad pub. So this feels fine. Leech Magnet is potentially a problem. Okay, what do we do now? Do we draw again? Could. Thing is, I don't really want to draw. Well, I kind of do want to draw. Oh, I forgot to Arisanna there. That's really dumb. I don't have MU to Arisanna. That's maybe why I didn't, I guess. I just really need an urban art. So we'll put down this and then we'll just run archives just in case they're doing anything sneaky. I guess this could be a virus, which would be bad. We can Arisanna to put an Eka on the board. We'll draw a card. We'll breach server. We steal an Oaktown. Cool. It was worth the run. Okay, Oaktown also makes sense in SSO. Less sense than certain other stuff. Less sense than City Works. So City Works plus 2 damage from Angelique. Let's blame it on the new cards. Loving this deck, by the way. Took me a good while to figure out what you might be doing out of. Okay. Wait, don't I win here? Don't I win here? Because I go and if I steal this and then I go and steal this. Is this going to be a Dominique or the one which will require me to discard 2 cards? Meaning, so if I draw a card now using Simulchip, I think at worst this is going to stop me stealing this, or I'm going to need 2 more cards. So well, it's the last turn either way. So what I could do, all I need is cards, right? It's also, I can draw 3 with Nuka. So I think I'm fine. I don't even think I have to do anything that tricky with Simulchips. There is a question that I might not be able to get through here, but I think I can just hush it on the way in. And then I'll be fine. I hush it on the way in. I can always trash something to pull an egret. Do I pull the egret now just to draw another card? Sure. No, can't because it's not res. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, I have realized I no, I've done it now. So I'm gonna trash this and I'll put it back. I'll draw a card. I'll start the turn. So we'll draw 3. This could be a border control. So draw, run, run. No, it's fine. It's fine. Let's run here first. Will Arisanna the hush onto here? No, I can't Arisanna the hush. I need to be able to Arisanna. I need to be able to. Oh, I should have kept the symbol chip then. Okay. Okay, let's just hope I can get through it. Yeah, I've got like loads of leeches. I think I'm actually way more safe than I think. So I draw here. I'll run archives. Get a leech counter. Run server 2. Autumn. That's fine. I break that with umbrella. Yeah, the SMC was an option. I can draw a card here. Look at all these cards in my hand. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. GG. I think there's something cool here. Pivot could be a big card for SSO. Yeah, really interesting deck there. I think the Misclick they threw out an Oaktown. Um, any influence free for the new Jin Techie upgrade? I guess not, due to Neurospike. Or Angelique becomes 1 meat damage from hand, yet Retribution. Spicy. Yeah, they have Daniela. Nice. Yeah, still pretty sick. Love it. Um, and just big barriers like this. Like I kind of want to do something here now. Like Pharos is nasty to get through right now. Hot take from me: Pivot is the best card of the set. That is a hot take. And yeah, look how many cards we drew there. I think Pivot is definitely a card which I feel has some serious power. Like maybe more so than Consulting Visit did, because what you can do with it as well is bring something to your hand to play later, which you didn't used to be able to do with Consulting Visit. Zombie coming in. I mean, he knows what's up. Did I do start up here? Yeah, absolutely. I did the wrong side date. There we go. Asa group. Okay, fine. We can probably deal with this. Is this a good start? We've got the umbrella, but nothing else. Hey, I'm the one who's meant to play botch. Okay. Um. So Augustus thinks Hermes is close to the best card in the set as well. Hermes might be. I think I am. Oh, that is much worse. Oh, that's an awful hand. Oh dear. Okay. Well, it's a rough start. Attitude adjustment. That's always scary to see. Oh, that's really scary to see. Oh no. Oh, zombie. You know that we can't deal with anything that's higher than like 5 or 6 strength. Oh. Come on, leech. Right, let's find some cards. If they've just shuffled agendas in, so we'll draw again. We'll run R&D installing Cuban here. Stealing an agenda? I think we trash this. Feels bad because our money's like not great. Yeah, Hermes is like pretty bonkers. Okay, we're already in trouble. We are already in trouble. 2 cyber makes your early hands much worse. Yeah, 100%. I mean, this was like utter garbage draw. Right. Okay, we can like get some value here. Yes, please. See you fully up. That's fine. They're like not going to get that much off that. I think I have to take a credit. It feels bad. Yeah, super cursed Asa. We are. Hey, Gia, how you doing? Congratulations on your placement on the weekend, by the way. Very, very good. You and Axu like coming in almost neck and neck. I was rooting for you throughout the day. Behind Jai, I was super behind Jai because he is. I probably should have run here. Why didn't I run here? Do I want them to res their rice? Could be a magnet. Could be a drafter. Did this one play drafters? I probably should have run. I kind of didn't figure. I didn't. Yeah, definitely should have run the remote. Okay, okay. I was gonna say if they don't get money here, then I'm running it. 6 credits. Okay, if we draw into our single slap vandal, then we could do something here. Do we check for 1 card in hand? We could overclock here. Hagen is nasty. But I think I've got to force them to spend some money, right? uh, yeah, I think this. What is it? Gatekeeper. That is, I mean, as fine as it could be. Should have installed something here. Wait. Let's. Oh, too late. Um, mind if I install after you res? Forgot to. Oh, no worries. Um, we're gonna run HQ in that case. They drew 3. I just want to see what they are. I don't think any of them are great. And then we might run R&D. I'd rather run R&D with a Cuban. I think the Circle of Ants had Hagen. So this is a run. Yeah. So they can de-res their gatekeeper if they want to. If they do we just run back? Probably. Eka will be trashed. No, Eka's fine. Eka's fine. Drafter, expected. And we put down a symbol chip. Yeah, no takebacks. It's fine. I did technically miss the window. Like I think I've essentially got to do it before they draw. Otherwise they've drawn. At least we've got Hush. The Hush could do some work here. Right, what did we see? We saw a drafter, which we can't afford to break. We need to find like some money. Okay, that's money, and that's money. I think I just have to play this, click for a credit, and then play this. We have some money. They have some money. Problem. Could be a problem. So we think the HQ ices drafter. What I think it is. Which I need. Oh, I need more of it. Drafter's the one thing which causes us less of a problem than anything else. But it's still going to be 2 boosts and a break. So it's going to be 5. It's potentially going to be 5, so it's going to be like 7 to get it out here. Which is an issue. Just run the remote. How do I get through the gatekeeper, Jeff? With a Eager. I'm not doing that. With propeller. I can get through 1 piece of ice with Egret and propeller. I love your aggressive playline, but I just can't see it happening. Okay, let's pull the face down one back, I guess. Let's run. It's just not great to run anywhere. We need to draw exactly. So we can put down the propeller, which I think is fine. And then if we draw exactly a red team, then we're looking good. We didn't. Draw. It's not a red team either. Feels pretty bad here, but there we go. If they score a second Stegodon, which they're probably going to do, then we're in a lot of trouble. Yeah. That could be an issue. Right. I think here we can run. Yep. We looked at this deck earlier on stream. I think it's sick. So I think we can run HQ here. They can only de-res 1 bit of ice. So I think we're going to pull back the Cuban and then charge HQ a bunch. I'm kind of assuming that I can get through. I think I definitely can get through. It's whether. Hmm. So you only have to de-res one bit to drop by 4, right? That is better than I thought. Um, so I think I have to put the Q band down first, and then I overclock HQ. I think I can get through anything. Too much thinking. Yeah, I think you're correct. Right, we're just going to go HQ. We are expecting this to be a drafter, and if it's anything else, then there are problems. No problem. But here, so I'm overclocking first because this kind of -4 2 times a turn. Yeah, gross. I really hope this isn't a magnet. Okay, this is I think fine. It's gonna be it's gonna be a problem when they um. It's gonna be a problem. But this is fine because now what they have to de-res their own ice, and if you install a slap vandal, it's -4 as well. Yeah, yeah, it is a breaker. So correct. But now they have to de-res another ice. So I think I can make that probably has to go right. I need. How much did it just cost me to get through? 5. So I can't trash that now. I make 1 credit from this run if they don't do anything ridiculous. The big problem is that they are definitely trashing this drafter. That's actually a problem. That is annoying. I think I leave it for now. Oh, it's going to shut off our red teams if we find as well. Right, I'll trash that now. Okay, I made some money. I'm going to lose 3 Trojans here. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Okay, so we can be kind of certain that this is. I hadn't considered how we get through like multiple centuries, which this does have. Oh, that's annoying. Don't have any pinholes, do I? Free card ice destruction. Yeah. um, isn't it just? But unless they find exactly a former carry, which I feel like they would have maybe res last turn, I think we can still keep going HQ. I would like to find. We pull back one of these. I'd like to find a red team, but I kind of feel like if I slap down a red team, they res Amalia. Maybe that's fine. Didn't find a red team, so we're just going to go HQ. Will Arisanna Hyban on here? We'll draw a card. We'll see if they do anything, which I don't think they do or should. Well, they can only re-res it once, so it's not a good idea. We make a credit, and we draw a card. Something. Okay, former carry. Now we're in some problems. I think we go again. I wish I had a leech. I could get a leech here. Should have done this first. Hey, at least that was like free. We don't need another lily pad. Okay. This is fine as long as I don't let them score do any other ice. Oh man, that's such a good turn. What was our multi-access? Wake. Oh well, that's like good because that was on Right, we'll pull this back to hand. We'll go 1, 2. Umbrella's potentially good. Am I just overclocking into HQ for value? I think so. Yeah. We'll get the Kaiban. Wake is terrible into this deck. Yeah, probably. I mean, the one good thing about Wake right now is that if we only run HQ, sure, we'll draw a card. Why not? If we only run HQ, then they can't de-res anything. I don't know how we're going to win here, but we're slowly making money. I can't put. I'm going to trash that now because I've also got the money to trash it. And then, I guess I probably should have put the Cyberdelia down before I did that. I think I can put it down here. I put it down for like 3, essentially. I can get rid of the SMC now, I think. Okay, next time we can start red teaming, but like I think we're pretty far behind here. Especially if they put anything in the server. For what it's worth, I don't think we're ever running that server. And if we hit a former carry, then we're taking 2 net. Fully up. Looking for the win. What 3-2's this one on? Send a message. Or Ikawa. It'll be on Ikawa, won't it? Makes most sense. Like, I'm never going to have clicks. 3-2 that gives 9 credits on score. Yeah. Salvo. It's not on salvo testing. No chance. It'll be. I assume it's on Ikawa because like it's going to be really hard to ever like get good value. Do we have to like simul chip here just to get a draw? No, I think that feels dumb. Yeah, that seems right. So we could let. It's probably got one biotic as well, right? So we can't even really let them score out. Uh, we'll pull this back. Um, let's put this down. Make sure they don't realize Malia. We'll run archives. We'll let them choose if they want a Reserform. Letting them Reserformer carry is like slightly dodgy. Could be a Mavirus in here. That would be a real shame. There is an Ikawa in here. Well, I steal that. I was meant to Arisanna. I forgot to Arisanna. So we Arisanna here. Kayaban. Wish I had a Mad Dash. This one here. Draw a card. Continue showing counter ice. I should technically save counter some counters for Umbrella, but at least now. Why wasn't I doing this last turn? I knew there was a reason. Yes, that's like a money run. Yes, yes, what a turn! Oh, we're getting there. I mean, they're gonna score like 2 points, but yeah, getting there. It is kind of winnable now. And we've got a red team, so we can go run archives, run HQ. We then can potentially break stuff with Umbrella. If this is double advance, then we're in problems. I don't think we can do. We can't get through like the former Kerry lock. Oh, that's a shame. Do you think they're on NGOs? Because I think I challenge R&D. Have to put the umbrella down first, and I have to have a click left to steal what is inevitably an Ikawa here. I could maybe force them to spend money though. They're going to potentially bring my umbrella down to strength like nothing. I have a slap vandal. Do I want to like? No. Kind of wish the slap vandal was in the bin. I wish I had stuff in the bin that I could simul chip for if I needed it. Ooh, okay. I think I'm just gonna start. Border control. Border control. Oh, the Mick. Yeah, but they've got 8 credits. I'm not worried about Mick. I'm also not worried about border control because I've got a hush. I don't think. Do I want to pull something back? Probably. There's nothing in HQ. I'm assuming there's nothing in HQ. So I think I go R&D here and I try and force them to spend some money. I could just run it. I've got a propeller, some leech counters, and an egret, which I can then reinstall with the simul chip. Gatekeeper. It's probably fine if they res a gatekeeper. It's drafter I'm worried about. Obviously we red team run. Okay. They do their D-res nonsense. This Ika is here. Worth knowing. Do I get a chance to? No, I don't. Of course, I don't. So I could jack out now. I think I jack out now, right? They've done one of their D-reses. They can only do one more D-res. I would love. Maybe I reinstall the Cuban with Simulchip. I'm going to jack out here and I'm going to run the remote. I need an egret. I potentially need the hush as well. So I could No, I think I need to just run. And they res 2 pieces of ice. I need at least a click left. I can take a bunch of damage off former carries, so I'm not worried about them. I'm just worried about their. I need to have like 15 credits plus 2. So they can do quite a few former carry nonsense things. Umbrella is probably too much of was potentially too much of a risk to put down here. 8 strength. How do we get through the gatekeeper? Can we get through it with propeller and egret? Maybe. Maybe I should have run HQ. It lets them res and ice, but I could have red teamed HQ, which is actually like good value. And if they resed the drafter, it would force them to spend 3. This got me thinking of Rhyme. Yeah, for this specific deck, Rhyme could actually be like quite sick, and it also kind of goes with what you're trying to do anyway. But they can't D-res here, right? They can't D-res here. So this is just 6 strength. Okay, so fine. So we Arisanna are egret onto here. We give it -1 strength. And we fully break. I guess we draw a card. Yep. Stegodon, Ablative Barrier, and Zato. Ooh. Oh. Are we going to build Zato Grid Asa after this? Maybe. Zato Grid Asa sounds disgusting. Roto Turrets and Hagens. And Ansels. Oh, that could be nasty. That could be nasty. Okay, so they res. I'm a credit short? No, surely not. I need 5, and then another 5, and then 2. Unless they have like a million former carries. I'm going to pay 5. I don't think they can because they can't de-res anymore, right? Because they've used both of these. They've already No, they haven't. They haven't used both of them. But they are now too poor. Yeah, if I knew exactly where the unresed former carries were, I guess I can just res this. I can hush this one now, or not now, but I think I go and trash the regolith, or I run on HQ. We haven't seen Vovo, not in this one. So I think I bounce here. Or I go through, pay 5. They can de-res this. But then to re-res it, they'll be at 0 credits. But then they just need to click for free next turn. So it's probably trash the regolith. I think it's trash. I think it's trash for regolith. Because if I go back in, I take 2 damage here. They de-res it. I pay 5. I pay 5. They can de-res it. They re-res it. I think I'm gonna put the. Oh, it gains them. What? It gains a credit too. Oh, damn. Oh, well, my. Well, then, this was just wrong. Mind if I at least run R and D instead? Nuts. Gains a credit. Gain a credit. So I should have gone through and forced it. Yeah, if I had realized that. Have forced the second Formicary res. Uh, let's go. Oh, I can't go. I can't even red team it because I've already tried, right? Is there any chance they have one in HQ? Do I just not run? Maybe the answer is to not run at all. So if I put the hush now, here, or do I want it? I want stuff in the bin. So I think I just draw. Oh, I wish I'd drawn that before. Um, yeah, I don't think they can. They can't score out an Ikawa here. We can run into the server. You can only derez on when a run begins. You may derez one piece of ice not protecting the attacked server. Ooh, okay. Every time I read this card, it's different. I'm learning a lot from this game. So next turn, I just have to run this server. And then they can't do any of their derez nonsense. I put a hush here in case it's a former carry on the way in. I think I might move Kaiban here. And then I need to pick something up. I guess I pick the Kaiban. I guess I pick the Egret up. I wanted to get like a slap vandal in the bin. I have not done that. So we're going to trash this to put it here. Kaiban on the outer. We'll draw a card. We'll start our turn. We'll bring this back to hand. Oh, I guess I should have put the Kaiban on the gatekeeper. That's a mistake. So 1, 2 clicks. Ah, I forgot how that worked. Error. Big error. Yeah, that was dumb. Okay, might have to use this. So now I just run here. I need to put a hush on here in case it's a former carry. So hush goes here. I'm going to have to pay through this with money. So we put the Kaiban on here. And then we run the server. And we've still got Simmel chip, so we can move an egret around. Oh, or we might have to move this Kaiban around. Okay, that's annoying. At least we get through it. So we'll break. Do we want to draw a card? Sure. We need to. Do we slap Vandal this now? What happens if this? Do we have? Oh, we don't have one in the bin. I think we've got to put this on. Because we've got to be safe. We could. No, I think that was wrong. I think we needed the money. Maybe we're all right. We'll find out. This is going to cost 2. Sure. We'll just keep drawing. Quite liking Umbrella. I don't have enough money. I do have enough money, but only if I do exactly this. If I do exactly this. Misplaced. Loved working this one out. Hey, 5. If it is an NGO. Oh, GG. That was fun. 41 minutes. But yeah, we were potentially going to be hard counted. The last minute leech include was so key here. That corp deck is probably one to have to really know the lines. Oof. Running HQ. Oh, hey zombie. Oh, indeed. That was hella fun. Um, like just working out this last turn. Um, and yeah, I actually like maybe could have won last turn, but I assumed there was like maybe another former carry somewhere, and I didn't want to completely bankrupt myself. Um, learning how this card works is actually pretty important because it does so much. Like just that one credit, that's all you needed to be able to win if I run anywhere else. Like kind of crazy. Um, but knowing that you can only knowing that you can only like derez on the other server, I think this was my strat, which I was saying on chat, was just if you've got a drafter resed on HQ, if I don't let you res any other ice, then it doesn't really turn your ability on. So I was just hammering HQ over and over and over again. Also, it was the only place I could kind of get in, but it kind of played into my game plan. We should definitely change to twinning. I haven't installed Awake yet. I feel like twinning might have been much better here. Not that we drew it anyway. Why did Corp not score out the winning agenda? Because they had 2 credits. I was very careful to leave them with 2 credits. And if I had made a run on a different server, what we found is that this card also gives a credit, which I didn't know. So when I got through to the end of the server last turn, and noticed that they were on 2 credits, I knew that I had at least one turn, like they weren't going to have the win. Like maybe they score out like to 3 points, but they couldn't score out an Ikawa, and it really felt like an Ikawa. Zombie, if it had been an NGO front, I'd have been so upset with you. But yeah, like super fun. Let's have our zombie doing a good guy Um, Rezel, we do have a Hagen. Could have been pretty nasty. I think we can deal with it with a propeller and our leech. We've got the ablative barriers, which just seem like nuts. Uh, ablative barrier is insane. Like I think it's like I can't remember. I think it was Augustus Caesar said that pivot might be the most powerful card in the set. I think ablative barrier could be the most powerful card in the set. And I actually want like it's probably wrong because it is a really bad piece of ice, but there's a slight chance that you want to play like one copy of Pulse. No, not Pulse, the other one, Wave, because if you had found another Formicary, then we're in real trouble. Exactly, it installs from archives. This is nuts. And with this deck, it technically can reinstall from archives almost every single turn, unless you've got you have to be really careful about what you're doing with it. It's insane. It's really good in like sports, as I've been finding out. It's amazing in ASA, like amazing in ASA. If you don't put a hush on it before they res it, then you're in trouble. And we don't have like deuces anymore. So before you might have been able to go like, oh, that's an ablative barrier. I'm gonna hush it, or I'm gonna find a way of. I don't know what other ways there are, but um, yeah, it's you could fire. Yeah, actually, you like you could also pull more form. Like maybe wave. It's just like a bad piece of ice, right? But as a tutor, as a potential tutor which can tutor multiple cards, might be really good. Koga's a much better deck builder than me though, so I would trust him. I feel like one of the biggest cards here, like, is Stegodon plus Gatekeeper is insane. You can refresh this Gatekeeper and make it essentially like 10 strength, right? 10 strength. As 10 strength code gate. No one gets through that well. We don't even get through that unless we're doing something like really nuts. Um, Kind of botulus or bust, right? Or maybe you put a boomerang on it. How are we doing with time? It's like kind of late, but I want to play at least one more. Are we just doing another one with this, or do we try and play Marathon Ken? Quick decision in chat required. Like this has felt like red team felt decent there. Again, I'd have liked to find like why are we not finding these sodding red teams? There's 3 of them. And we're 46 cards, not 45, but still. Um, like how are we not finding them? Maybe we just play more leeches as the other thing, but I think we do need at least one. We do need at least one win con. Uh, we do one more with this. Did I have anything else really spicy? Yeah, but no. I've been playing around. Oh, mate, we could do one game with something really fun and janky, which is this. Oh, let's there we go. We've got more egrets. Yeah, let's do one game. So I was trying, and maybe there's something here. I was trying Arisanna with Persephone, because Persephone, Egret, um, Banner, yeah, and Bankar are like really really good. I think we're gonna try it in the Hosh version is definitely a lot better because you really want 3 copies of Banker in the deck for it to work. I think we also want a Leech because I realised that Banner is only 5 strength and doesn't deal with certain things very well. Um, maybe we're fine. Like we could play like one Slap Vandal as well would be the other option, but then we need to lose like a Simmel chip. Um, let's just play it. Let's show this. Let's see what give this a run for its money. So essentially, our plan here is to get down Persephone. Persephone is apparently a breaker. I don't think anyone's ever used it to break ice. I did have to actually break what did I have to break with it the other day? I had to break the thing, the outfit one, a trebuchet with it. It cost me 12. Uh, 12 credits. So that was good, and 5 credits to install. Um, but yeah, Persephone basically is only ever used for its ability, which says whenever you pass a sentry, you may trash the top card of a stack to trash one card from the top of R&D for each subroutine on that sentry that resolved. And these do stack. And why am I only on 2 Persephones? Should definitely be on 3. Should definitely be on 3. Let's quickly just throw a third one in there and call it quits. I guess that's probably just trying to cut down. Oh, I haven't reselected. Fine. MBN. That's probably okay. Why Banner? So Banner deals with barriers which have end run subroutines, which is a real big problem. I think we're going to keep this just so that we can like money up. And we've got Hush, which is like great. You only have 6 MU? Yeah, MU becomes a big issue in this deck, especially as Persephone costs 2 MU. Preferably you want to get 2 of them down, that's 4. Then you also need egrets down, so yeah, kind of screwed. And you probably want an Amicur so that you can actually break some ice. But, you know, we just work with what we've got. Do we run, like... Probably? That's terrifying. Okay, I'm going to put this down. Put this down. And not die to public trail end of the line. Oh, I've gone to 5 credits. Oh, that's annoying. I thought I'd cleverly dipped below. Right, I'm gonna pop this now. What do we want? We want, well, none of these really. Let's get a Persephone out. We'll put back in Vermore. We'll put back in an egret, and we'll put back in a banner. Especially against our plus, there's a slight chance. I do want these steel skins, but there we go. There's a slight chance that they're on Endless Eula, and we can mill like a ton of cards off an Endless Eula for 2 credits using a banner. Because it doesn't break them. It just says end runs don't happen. Something like that. Let's bring up banner a second. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they still resolve, which means that if it's got an egret on it, then Persephone still happens. Banker's good, really good. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Put down a banker. There's a good chance that they just like. Yep, could be a problem. Rushing out a Bologna makes a lot of sense when you're on Oppo. I think we probably try and kill this Spin Doctor. Let's draw. That's good. Let's draw. It's not good. Try and kill the Spin Doctor, and we'll just take some money. They like get to 5, and then Oppo is online, and then we're in trouble. Didn't trash it. We couldn't get Oppo this turn anyway. That's a problem. Maybe they thought. I think they might have thought that they could Oppo us there. We'll say no server. I think we kind of put down the Moor and start going, right? Did I put Dirty Laundries in this deck? I don't think I did. I think I put the Raindrops in instead. That's expected. We didn't trash, so that's not online. Right? Right. Hush is one of the best cards in our deck against specifically Reality Plus. Let's call R&D. We might want to get the turtle down, I think. We're like very short on money. Seamless is scary. Let's draw. Let's gain a credit. Oh, whoops. Thought I had another click there. Okay, one strength Amakur gets through pings, which is useful. This is gonna become an issue. We need to find a we'll call R&D. But so the one cool thing here is that if it does come to it, then we can really abuse Starlit Night if they're on Starlit Night. The potential mills of Starlight Night exacerbate, get bigger over time. If we play this, can we install a Liberated? We'd need, yeah, definitely. Not that I don't think there is any. Probably Fenris. Fermenter is reasonable. If we Fenris, what are we then getting with the Fenris? Liberated should gamble. Or we just put a Fermenter down. Fenris is just going to get trashed like almost immediately, right? I guess then they kind of have to trash him. I think we just get enough Fermenter. And then we'll run HQ. Kind of don't want to steal an agenda here, but we are like mooring their hand pretty decently. There's another Oppo research. So we're doing like decent work here. We'll put the banner in the bin because it's better there so that we can pull it out with a symbol chip at some point. I think they probably score out 4-2 here. Oh, yeah. Big call. Sorry, Thanos. Okay. Well, this is an issue. This is the fact that they didn't trash Bankar means that this is probably an agenda. And is if it's a Beal, they can't score it. That's fine, right? We are so poor, and we haven't drawn any egrets, which is a big problem. I should have banned card server too, really. Let's put that there. That's an R&D. Oh, Gerard wanted Ken. Maybe we can do like one game with Ken because I think that this one's going to be like over right now. We probably remove the tag, right? Oh, we still got a click. We can draw. Don't ask me how we actually steal this if this is a Bologna. They haven't popped it off immediately, so it's not Rashida. doesn't look like it's a spin. It could be a spin doctor actually, that they're just protecting archives. Yeah, we'll try. We'll try Marathon Ken. Um, Zombie's been trying to make it work. Weirdly, I think that now the current. Oh dear. Oh dear. Well, well. We're definitely call server 2 here. Haven't found a single. Gain some money. Put this down. We'll run server 2. We'll just see what we get. I should have put the hush in the bin, I guess. We get through this for free, so that's something. We're going to end up with a ton of tags. We lose a credit here. It's fine. We just need to. That's less fine. Because now we can't afford to steal Bologna. Nuts. Not that I expected to get through here. So could have clicked for 1 at least. Or I could have like raindrops HQ for a couple of credits. Oh, they're rezzing. That's interesting. So maybe this isn't the winning. If this is just an NGO, then that's a shame. Yeah. Okay, let's play Ken. Come on, we can do this. We can get one in. I mean, he's fast. He's only got to run a marathon, right? So we need to cut it down a tiny bit. I did want a wheels in here, and like, do we play 1 wheels instead of 2 marathons? Is the question. Are you coming to Worlds? I am coming to Worlds. Yes, get your ticket, zombie. Actually, I think I still need to buy my plane ticket because we've changed our plans. But I have already bought my Worlds ticket. I will 100% be there. I'm very much looking forward to meeting some people. Because I met a load of the UK lot last year at UK Nats, which was excellent. Yeah, really looking forward to meeting some people from around the world who I've never met in person, which would be excellent. Right, I don't really want to cut any of the events. I don't want to cut down to 2 Debbies because the whole point is that we're trying to break this. Maybe we cut 1 bankroll. I guess the overclocks are probably like the worst. Like they maybe help us with Glacier a tiny bit is the only thing. Wake is our only method of. I'm gonna cut a diversion because I just like. I don't think actually. I'm tempted to cut both of them. I'm tempted if we were going to play anything to play Embezzle instead. I think it's better. We can cut 1 mutual favour and really regret it when we don't draw our breakers. 3 bankrolls does seem like pretty good. Maybe a bit essential, but maybe 3 bankrolls is only good if we're wide, and if we're wide, then we're good. That's 46 cards. That'll do. Done. If we play the wheels, we'd gain 3 influence. What do we spend for 3 influence? Forget Worlds. Are you coming to Irish Nationals again? I really want to, but I don't know if I'll be allowed. Like time with family is problematic sometimes. If I have 3 spare influence, what do I put in this deck? I don't know. So I think I just keep it like this. although I feel like a wheels would maybe be better. I also don't have tag removal. That's fine. Yeah, I'd really love to come to Irish Nats again. Had a great time. That was like my first, that was the first Netrunner tournament, like event which I'd travelled for. Certainly the first one I'd ever got on a plane for. So that was a charming time to be sure. I drank far too much Guinness and regretted nothing. Let's go. Bam. Nope. uh, I met a bunch of Irish people at Worlds in Rotterdam. They were the best. Can confirm. Oh, Augustus Caesar's going to be at the Irish Nationals. What's the date? Remind me the date. I will have a look in my phone right now. Um, yeah, I mean, it's worth the trip just to see an Arco, really. They are an amazing person. Plus, we get to chat about wrestling. Do like a bit of wrestling. Okay, we're playing against Ob, which could be good. They could be going super wide. We have our combo in our hand. Are we going to play the Ghost Tongue and hope that we don't lose the marathon? Oh, but we have every. Oh, okay, so we've got to keep this hand, even though it's rubbish, because it's got everything that we need in here. Yeah, we've kind of got to keep this. We will know immediately if how bad if this just doesn't work, right? Unfortunately, we can't play all of this. How do we hold on to this marathon? We just check these. We check at least one of them, right? Because it's free. Don't be a spin doctor. 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 Well, that's not very nice. They're on like 60 cards. Well, we do no action here. Yes. I need to set this to always. Yet. So are they a Bladderwort deck? If so, they can't duck under, so we can play this and draw a card. Should have drawn a card first. Bravado is no good currently. I guess technically we should have marathoned the other card. Yes, clearly we should have. Okay. So we can now run and trash stuff. Let's draw one. There's a card. Right, we're just gonna luck of the gods here. Here we go. Bam. Yes. Yes. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. And draw. Oh, we've got one brain damage. Nuts. I think we need to keep the pinhole probably. They're going to get an urban renewal here. But we're good to go. We are rolling. We're rolling with the fishes. Did I I gained Aeneas both times. Okay, if we draw a second Aeneas, then we're in like good stead. We've just got to be a bit careful of spin doctors. Also, they might be on former carries, which is going to be a real shame if we dirty laundry somewhere. Do we think they're going to be on extract? Makes sense. What are they extracting? The regolith. But it looks like they've highlighted the ice. Did Debbie gain credits both times? We need to keep an eye on this because I assume this is implemented right. I think we've only played 3 things. Okay. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. We can do this. We can run server 2. We'll do no action. Yes. We need to set this one to always as well. We'll do this. Run server 2. I should have drawn for a penny shaver first. No action. Debbie's up to 5. Feels good. We'll draw. And I don't think we want to like. Yep. Literally the opposite. And I don't want to trash this yet. They are going to start advancing it soon, but then we just pinhole it, right? We can't run back, annoyingly. I shouldn't have marathoned it first. I should have thought more about my turn. We could just bravado the ice wall. Feels like fine. Gets us money here. We only paid 2. Okay, this is working. This is like we don't have a win con apart from 1 copy of Wake, but apart from that, we got a brew going here. If you could be so kind as to put out 7 to 8 remotes. Jane is asking if I want to trash clearinghouse. When your turn begins, you may trash this asset to do 1 meat damage for each. Interesting. Would have to ask rules team. Oh, well, that's not fair. Ice. Yeah. Probably true. Okay, so we go get our sick. We can actually use this. Put this down, and then we either overclock or we just use Debbie. I think we probably use Debbie here, even though we get 1. Yeah, there's no reason to overclock. So let's use Debbie and go HQ. We can use this. Yeah. Amazing. Do we want to trash that? I think we probably do want to trash that. We'll gain 2 credits if we don't, but I don't think they can have a pivot. If they oppo, oh my gosh, we can use these credits here. Okay, Debbie's feeling better. Oh, I have not been scrolling. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been wondering why everyone's gone quiet. Hush playmats, zombie we play every week. 16 tickets left. 16 tickets left for world. Marathon dies if Corp destroys a server. 100%. Have Mrs. Rizeki is back. 2 free credits every turn. I've got another way of making 2 free credits every turn, which we can talk about. How can we ever install Ghost Stung? We did. We made it. It happened. Um, yeah, the Soccer in Malmo event looked hilarious. Okay, are they over installing this? Wow. I'd have just like double advanced this and force us to do something about it, surely. I think we pinhole this, and then we, if it's an agenda, we inside job it. If it's an SDS, then we have problems. Okay, let's draw first. Okay, that's fine. Let's do this. We gain a credit by doing that. We're gonna go HQ. This feels great. We're gaining counters here. One more and we can bypass an envelopment, which is going to feel fantastic. Do we want to trash that? I think probably not. We gain 2. They gain 2. They get something that they can trash. I think I won't. We'll draw. We could do them. I think we just play some money. Or we run HQ last click. Like I should have done that before, shouldn't I? Let's run HQ. We've got like credits to use. Anyone else feel like we're gonna get? Oh, I'll have that. Thank you very much. Ah, I've just turned. So I throw out the gamble here, right? Yeah. I probably should throw out the overclock. I should have thrown out the overclock. Okay. Fret is on, so we're gonna get oppoed, but that's fine. We can take a turn off. We can also do from here, which is like fine. I guess it's like it's a Debbie credit, it's a Ken credit. It gains us 5. We get in while we still can. Wow, that's aggressive. Okay, scary. So if they offer us here, next turn they can seamless launch this, and then what happened? Oh, Angelique. No, my marathon. Okay, so that is a cool way of charging the Rococo. I guess I gotta take a brain. So if you don't know this combo, 100%. If you don't know this combo, they can pull something from their deck using Rococo, and it keeps the counter. So I need to draw 1 card in case they have, and this can turn into a clearinghouse at the start of your turn. Yeah, marathon tech by just trashing the marathon. So I need to draw 1, then I can inside job here. I kind of want to put that down a lot. But if they seamless launch this next turn, then I'm in like a ton of trouble. Let's just do them, and then we'll put this down, and then hopefully we don't like lose our inside job. No, absolutely not. This is like I think this is wrong because I think they're going to seamless it. Okay. Yes, that is a card. That is a card. I think I just have to end the run, which is fine. I didn't really necessarily want the credits or need the credits. Um. Okay, buffer drive is good. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. I should have just gone for it. Former carry would have been an issue though. Okay. So wait. You can Kakarembo it? That wouldn't work. Cat gives ADV counters, not power. Right? Oh. Oh. No. It is ADV counters. Okay. So we now take 5 brain. What's the timing with pinhole on this one? I can't remember. Okay. Yeah. It's got seamless. It's basically over. You commit then. Okay. So that's a no go. Hmm. So it's what is it? It's you have to wait till they make a new remote then pinhole. Right. Yeah. True. So essentially I need to have exactly well, I'm doomed. Um okay, so I just need to win. It's fine, right? So I just need to score 5 points. Easy. Um, Boomerang R&D, run R&D, inside job 6 it is. Excellent. We can get in here twice. Oh. For this one. Right. Steal an agenda. That is not an agenda. Run archives. Just in case. Ah. Gutting. worked out. Let's play a couple of sick marathons though. So who's the real winner? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Angelique makes lots of sense. Tree line makes lots of sense. Sender messages. Obviously, you've now got pivot so that you can send, so that you can seamless. Just two clearinghouses, two overwriters. Yep. Three Rococos. Considered Cyber Sand. Yes, London. Yes, it is very much indeed. Very much indeed my kind of deck. Oliver Rococo. Oppo turn. Seamless pivot. Done. Yeah, that's disgusting with Cyber Sand. I think as long as okay, so we're gonna take this. We're gonna take London's deck and we're gonna quickly make my version of it. Mind if I try and rejig it on stream? Yeah, I bet. Okay. Let me have a look. Okay. Quick. Rules say you can't install in the same server as Rococo. No. Well, this deck has been legal in the past. So unless they've changed, um, unless they've changed since the new set has come out, then this is very much legal and it's very, very, very rude. Cody originally posted a version of this deck and it just had I think a broken heart as the deck name. But Cyber Sand here, I think, is what is going to turn this into something really, really nasty. I probably need to do like a little import, I think, to get this in here. So if I import, copy paste. Why wouldn't you be able to? Rococo goes to this. Yeah, exactly. It kind of just goes to this lovely little space in the sky. I think an additional city works might be correct here. Over. I guess the sender messages are good in OB. Formal carries are amazing. Kakarembo is mean, and I hadn't considered it before. I can't believe I hadn't considered it before. Dirty Obtrix. It's one Ob super heavy. We'll just see if that. Oh, I found it. Amazing. Okay. So this also, wait, someone did post the date, and it was when it wasn't scrolling. 9th of September. 9th of September in Dublin. Let's see where I am on the 9th of September. Quick check. We shall see. We shall see. Okay. So, the best things that this deck got were Angelique, but I would argue Kakaramba is just so nasty. So it's Angelique, Pivot, which is really powerful here. Um, yeah, maybe the Rashid. Well, we do want to draw into stuff. Two Spin Doctors is suspicious. Kakarambu might be a bit too kind of cute. Uh, Free hedges for more memes. If this has got hedge, they're immediately going. These are get. We don't need this. That can go. We don't like. I genuinely don't think we want hedge in here. Extract is better, especially if we stick on Regulus, which I don't know if we will. Kakarembo. So the problem with Kakarembo is that we can we can pull it hand with pivot and then play it next turn, but that's a lot, you know. So only playing one of these and not playing any way to tutor it feels wrong. So maybe we play a way to tutor it, but then we need to cut something else. So maybe we just cut the Kakarembos and we play Gaslight. The Kakarembo and play Gaslight. Don't know. Drudge work seems essential. This is part of the combo. Regolith is good money. They are right there. I think Formicary is excellent, but then I want to play Cyber Sand. Um, and this is why I particularly want Formicary, because Cyber Sand is very nasty. But you need to get a counter on it, and you want things which you can very easily res. Is there any sneaky ways which don't require us to forfeit an agenda to res stuff on our turn? Divert power, I guess. Is this every time? Is divert power one piece of ice? It is, isn't it? Yeah, there. I noticed quite quickly that it was on a lot of cards. It was on 59. But I think when I've tried to make this deck before, you do struggle for slots a lot. So I love the Aket. I love the tree lines. I think the ice walls are probably good because we're on lots of twos. Regulars are fine, but maybe they could just be Marilyns now we've got a bit of influence. And they might force a run. Um, I think instead of Afshar, we actually play Anvil. Because we're also like only on one border control. Stavka is probably decent. Something like this. It's like whether we played a Rashida's. Sorry. That should definitely be one spin. London jumping in here. Cyber Sand over Hedge Fund could just work. Yep. Few small check. 59 is good because you don't want to draw clearings. That is a very good point. There you go. That is why you want to be able to tutor these. The other thing to consider playing would be like Simulation Reset, so that we can like put them back in our deck, or we play Sprints, the most hilariously named card, because this you don't want to trigger your ID much on the runner turn because you need to threaten Rococo Pop. Yep, 100%. But I think popping the Cyber Sand right at the end of their turn is like going to be key. I think Anvil is really good here. I know what you're saying. Like we don't we just I just want to use this early to get stuff down. How do we pull a Cyber Sand? Do we play some viruses so that we can like chain things out here? This is two. This is two. This is two. This is one. And then our ice is like 3, 4, 4-1. Haven't got any. Oh, former carries are our twos. Okay, we maybe play one game with it. We have one slot. We play a third grudge work. I want to play something else that trashes stuff. Is there anything else? I think the hard part of the deck is getting a Rococo set up. Yeah, so that's why I want to play. So my plan for getting the Rococo set up is to get a Cyber Sand Harvester. 100% Augustus. If you have a Rococo down, you just don't use the Anvil. But I'm going to pull the Rococo with a Cyber Sand at the end of the turn. Might play a third Drudge. I really want to play something that's free cost and trashable, which is essentially. Are we going to have enough money if we don't play like Marilyn's or the other things? I've taken out the hedge funds. Because I'm quite tempted to play. I'm quite tempted to play. Quite tempted to play Mavirus. Let's just try this, and we'll put in what, like one more Drudge Works, so we don't have to use the Spin Doctors on Drudge Works on agendas. Probably fine, right? Yeah. The other card which I'd really love to play in here is it's an operation. What's it called? It's the Wayland thingamabob. Argus Crackdown. Only one BC is slightly suspect, but I don't know if we have amazing free costers to pull. Maybe we probably play like second BC. Seems like a lot of expensive ice. And probably not enough money for it. Let's try it. We'll see if it feels like it's got enough money. I like getting the impression that we don't, and maybe we do want Regolith just so we can like click it. How many times do you do this combo wombo stuff before you get bored of it? Ashar was the free cost ice, yeah, but I really like Anvil. There's no good free cost sentries at the moment, are there? Akat is free cost as well. I kind of don't get bored of doing ridiculous combo wombo nonsense, which is maybe a bad thing. All right, last game before I go to bed. Absolutely. Fleming said to Janky Shaver Player. Oh, not any side, not any side, not any side. Cool. Okay, we're gonna try this. I think potentially I've made your deck worse, London, but I definitely like maybe we play Rhyme just as another way. I just want ways of like rezzing ice to get our Cyber Sand going. We can go quite horizontal. 20 assets. It's a lot. Oh, Nasir. How can you not love Nasir? What a great ability. Like what a complete workaround ability is in. I think like I didn't. He rotated unfortunately shortly after I started playing, um, and I mean I was not a good player back then. I would have been a terrible Nasir player. Um, Rhyme is also like zero. I'm tempted to put in rhymes or at least a couple. I'm gonna put in like Rhyme is 0 to res, right? Yeah, 90 nights feels like a lot. We're gonna put in like a rhyme. Yeah. Um, anything else which can res stuff on res ice, specifically ice on a corpse turn, on a runner turn? There's an agenda that we can there's one where we can sacrifice agendas, but that doesn't feel correct. I guess just ob itself. I can sell, but then I've only got extract. Maybe I need. Maybe I want excavators. Nasir before Maxwell James was one thing. Nasir after Maxwell James was something else. Um, Maxwell James was the one that brought the strength down, right? I can't remember. Like, I remember Maxwell James being a thing. I remember you trashed him, and he did some very powerful stuff. I think was he the one that comboed with Turtle? Okay, this is like. Oh, I have a Cyber Sand there, I guess. That might have been worth keeping. Former carry tree line, Cyber Sand feels decent. Did we keep Rashidas? Did we throw out the Rashidas? I can't remember. You can de-res after. Oh, that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, early extract is great. I think we're going to put tree line on HQ. I guess we could have put the former carry on R&D and just showed it. We'll show it. We'll put this R&D and we'll gain a credit. Okay, they take some money. That's fine. We'll draw. Hmm. We just put out a drudge, let them go and try and get it. We could put out a drudge and cyber sand, and maybe if they run the cyber sand, yeah, maybe we can get something here. Maybe we'll see. We might just go like way too poor. Your deck says, "Oh, you don't want to play drudge work." Well, how about this? Yeah. uh, exactly. Do you want to play this one? We've got to remember that we do have to have at least 3 credits for this combo to be on, including another credit to res the Rococo. The guess asset. Basically a drudge work. What a surprise. Not running here is nearly great. We need to be able to res the cyber sand, the drudge work, and extract in a turn, which we can't quite do. Um, so we'll just gain some money because next turn we can do that to get an ice wall, which then means that we've got we can't like we could do this next turn. We can like get there. Okay, so here we'll go Res. Res. Let them decide what they want to do. If they go through. They do. Alright, now we've got to consider what to do here. I think we do. We obviously we pop this. And then what do we get? We don't wanna. Do we? Icewall feels pretty bad, but we can at least extract it next turn. Like half tempted to put out a Rococo. Now it's just like one turn too late. We'll just put an ice wall on already. Oh yeah, I need to move this back. Sorted. Not running Aeneas Informant when R plus Epiphany and Obspan running around. We played some sick Aeneas Informant earlier. They're going here. Makes sense. They do get through. They trash an Angelique. That's a shame. Okay, Spin Doctor is good. We probably want to get this Former Carry back into the deck. It's not doing much for us. Let's install and res a Spin Doctor. We'll show them this. It's fine. Okay, that's decent. So we can now res this, click it, that, and then do we want to? You see, we don't really want to ob out a. I think I just sell this for the money. No, we'll put this on HQ. Run into Aeneas with Mercury and some form of trash insistence. They have a ton of money. Do we want to put anything back into the deck right now? Probably not. Let's like draw a Cyber Sand Harvester or something. We don't actually have enough one costs that we want to. Well, we have a very, very important one cost. But other than that, we definitely want some more freeze, don't we? Let's draw once. Tricky. I think I'm just going to put this here. We will pay and then we'll extract it. I guess we could extract the ice wall. I don't know what good zero costers we can get. No, I'm just going to extract this because I want to put it back into the deck, basically. I think we want to be on the virus. We could. No, we need to be at threat free to do this. So that's worth considering. So we somehow need to get a Cyber Sand going. Ugh. Awful news. Draw one. That's good. That's great. Let's put this here. We'll pay. I think we go for it here. They might well pinhole this. If so, they've wasted. They've spent a pinhole on it. They might inside job it. They might boomerang it. There's all sorts of things that they could do. But if they just straight run it, then they're in trouble. Question: if you were going to extract the clearinghouse, why did you prevent the expose? Yeah, it was just to hide the info. Oh well, we had fun while it lasted. Yeah, we would have saved a credit. Should have done that. In fact, I think I saved 2 credits. We don't res here, right? It's a shame. This is like the one thing that deals with turtle pretty well. Install double advance? Kind of feels alright. Like it puts them in a bit of a bind. I guess I also have a drudge work in hand and probably should have just drudge worked this out. But equally, I guess I could res the Stavka. Okay. I could res the Stavka so that I can sell it. Oh, I got rid of all my extracts. Whoops. This looks like they are ignoring this. This looks very much okay. They trashed a pivot. Like they wouldn't run last click against ob, right? Because it's always a border control when you do. They're trashing stuff like crazy. They trashed. Cool. Threat is online. I get rid of a turtle, right? Yeah, it's like more of an issue. Clearing house in hand. Is it any good? Maybe like you can use one just to force them through, but I don't think so. Drudge workers money. This is money. This is money. This is money. Throw out the clearing house, and I'll bring back 2 clearinghouses at some point. I think I do it now just so that they don't see everything. Okay. Forged on what? Tree line. I think we res. They might try and doof here. Not the worst if they do. Yeah, you're sanguine. The Stegodon MK4 is pretty insane when you get it going. Really, really insane. Okay. That's solid. Do I have any free? I have Afshar, right? Which I could then tree line. I think it's probably worth doing. I mean, Aket is what I'm after. We're going to put this on the remote. Um, I do want to triple advance this. I'm quite tempted to seamless it, but that seems like very wrong. We'll put this in server 2. We'll take credit. Ideally, I want to triple advance it because they also don't get their. Whenever you encounter Barret to bypass, yeah, you have to fully break it. I guess they're going to get a ton of counters anyway going off Ice Wall. Unfortunately, that bypass is an issue actually. So this Aket is not going to be quite as good as I want it to be. This is fine. This is going to fire. I like the force of the res though. Like they're playing aggressive as they probably should. We see an emergency shutdown in the bin. Spicy. Where are we putting the border control? Are we putting it on HQ? We've seen emergency shutdowns. We've seen 2 doofs, so I don't think so. Let's draw one. Oh, gosh, stop drawing into these. I think we can just put out a Marilyn. One. No. And we can just put out a drudge work. I'm like not too worried. Okay. Cyber Sand. Excellent. Tiny bit too little too late, but still decent. Do we protect it with a border control is the big question. Let's draw. Oh, I forgot to resident Marilyn. That's dumb. Ooh, okay. All right. So we're getting there now. No, I am gonna pay for that, and then I'm gonna protect it with a border control, which feels awful. But I want them to come and try it. If this Marilyn ticks down all the way, then we can get Rococo. We can bump it twice with Angelique, which is pretty good. Got one clearinghouse here. We still need one more in the deck. We still have a Spin Doctor. Cool. This is kind of exactly what we want. Cody, this is indeed Rococo shenanigans. Cody was like posted the original, or certainly like the first version that I saw of this. Now annoyingly, we're not going to trigger Orb off this border control because I think we want to trigger it off this Cyber Sand Harvester. So let me think. We can just put the Rococo out in the open. I guess they can do the pinhole trick here because we've got extra. If they've kept a pinhole, we've stupidly given ourselves loads of servers. Or I just pop the border control for another ice. No, this is last click. This feels too good. This feels perfect. So we're going to just end the run. No. Coco in the open is a no-go, yeah. That is true. So we'll res here. We're going to pop this now on the end of their turn. Install a one cost, yes. Rococo server 2. Okay. Sure. Start turn. We'll have 4 credits, 6 credits. So we go Angelique, expend, Angelique, expend. We have exactly 3 credits. If they doofus, then we're going to feel like the bad one. Did I? Oh. Looks like I might have missed the window. I thought I popped the cyber sand on your turn. I guess I didn't. It's fine. We'll make it work. Okay, so what I should do now, what I should have here is 4 counters on this bad boy, and I do not. Do I install the Spin Doctor in case they trash Cerebrals? Yeah, I didn't do it before they hit the end of turn, I think. No, I'm not going to pay. So as long as they don't rob me of all my money, then we're okay. Complete doof kills me. So here they get the choice, right? Like I can't. What's the timing here? Cody in London, you can probably tell me. Like, do I have to ask them for actions now? I'm just gonna let them do it because I'm never sure. I think if there's extra remotes, then I can't get out. Yeah, yeah. So that's fine. I think that's 2 pinholes. So I'm kind of assuming that's all we got. They've got wheels, which is cool, very cool. So we've lost one of our ways of doing this. I don't think we want to shuffle stuff back in yet. Anvil is cool. Let's look for some stuff. Okay. We'll shuffle that back in. I think we might protect the Spin Doctor. and then just put a Rococo in the remote, right? No, you can see that. I think we have found a reason to not play Marilyn. Yeah, yeah, that is an issue. I mean, I guess so. The other thing we could try and do would be to score a transport monopoly. uh, no worries, right? We'll just nail that one. Let's do this. I probably should wait until I have two of these that I can play. We'll draw one. We'll 100% spend that to do that. Okay. Second turtle is fine. We'd like to find a pivot if we can like yeah, if we can either find a pivot or a seamless, then we've got a good thing going. What can we ob? Do we want to ob? I don't actually think we wanted this ice wall. I don't think we wanted it. I'm going to put it on here. Sure. Okay. Well, we'll do that. We'll do this. And yeah, I think this ice wall was wrong because now they can gain quite a lot of counters here quite quickly. We drew a send a message, which is potentially bad. At least this Stavka, we can make 7 strength. So they need to find like a Carmen or something. Do we shuffle back now? We probably do. The risk with shuffling back is that we could. It leaves us with only one spin doctor, and we currently have one of the clearinghouses in hand, which is an issue. And we also, yeah, I think we want to not. I think we want to not spin back yet. Okay, we're going in here. Do we res for Stavka? I think we probably do. Going to be a bit rude. This one. Touch this. We will not ob. Oh, we don't even get to do our fun thing. I think they've still got a chance here. We're oh no, look. Oh look at all these agendas here. So here we do like 3 brain core damage. Um Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have res this so that we get to do the fun thing, but uh, it works. I think Cyber Sand is like broken in this. Like, if there's a way that you can uh, if there's a way that you can like realistically charge this, um, then this is probably the way to do it. Uh, Gross. Angelique is like additional super grossness in this deck. So London, thanks for the game earlier and pointing out a really disgusting deck to me. I'll try and not muse on it too much. I think I do need to go to bed now. You win either way. Yeah, losing a lot of breakers, and yeah, they're about to lose half of their hand, which potentially has their other breakers in it. They've also lost a bunch of boomerangs as well. Um, Anyway, thank you everyone. I hope you enjoyed the games. Red Team Arisanna was a thing. I don't know if we. I can't remember what games we won. I can't remember if we won. We won against Ants. Just my word, that was hard. Um, but yeah, uh, I will see or maybe chat to any of you that are playing at Euros. And with that, I'll say thank you very much and ciao for now.